Come make dinner with me, besties. Tonight is just an easy dinner. I don't really feel like cooking. I'm really tired. I'm going to make an easy pasta oven bake. I'm going to start by browning some ground sausage. This is how I pinch it apart and I put it in the pan. Before I even turn the pan on, this is how it kind of looks when I'm done. Because sausage is a little harder than ground beef to like break apart. This just makes it really easy for me. I'm going to start also, before I even turn it on, adding a little bit of Italian seasoning and pepper to it so it can cook in a little bit of flavor before we get started. While we are letting that cook, once it becomes brown, I'm going to add in some pasta sauce, just a jar of your favorite pasta sauce. I prefer to make my own pasta sauce, but I'm tired. We're not doing that today. Let's pause so I can show you these Paris Hilton pans. I made some little turnover croissants, but look at this nonstick pan. It is amazing. None of these are stuck to the bottom. Yes, I touched every single one of them. It's fine. Just me and my kids are going to eat them. Okay, I just had to show you love a good nonstick pan. Okay, so let's add in our heart-shaped pasta, a little bit of olive oil, beautiful heart-shaped pasta. Let's get that boiling. A little tip for boiling pasta, I'm going to kind of stir it a little bit. When you first put it in, stir it pretty good so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Even if you add salt or olive oil, it has a tendency to stick a little bit. You want to make sure to stir it. Okay, back at our meat and sauce, we're just going to add Italian seasoning, some garlic powder. I would probably add onion powder too, but I don't have any. Oregano, basil, a little bit of red pepper flakes. You're going to give that a good mix. You're going to taste it. If it tastes like it needs to be seasoned more, mine did, then you're going to season it more. If you're using jar pasta, that's just a little tip. It usually needs more seasoning. If it tastes too sweet, add in Italian seasoning, basil, oregano. If it doesn't taste sweet enough, you can add a little bit of sugar. Okay, after checking on our pasta, we are going to put a little bit of sauce at the bottom of this baking dish. We're just going to spread it apart. Just when we pour that pasta in, I just don't want it to stick to the bottom. This is not a Paris Hilton pan. Not sponsored. Okay, in the meantime, once I get that all spread apart, I'm going to take my cheeses out of the fridge so I have them ready. These are just the cheeses I have. Normally, I'd probably just use Parmesan and mozzarella, but I also have that blend of cheese, so I'm going to add a little bit of that. We're going to drain that pasta. Once it is good and drained and still steamy and hot, we are going to pour it into our baking dish. Look at that steam it still has on it. We're going to add in just a tiny bit of pasta sauce before adding the pasta sauce that we've been cooking with the sausage. Just again, so it doesn't stick together while we're doing that. I'm going to add just in a handful of cheese, just a little bit as well. My kids love cheese. You don't have to add it in. Then I'm going to add in that sauce mixture right on top that we've been cooking with the Italian sausage. We're going to spread it all over the pan, almost kind of like lasagna, except it's just one layer, or big ziti. And then when I'm done, I am going to add our cheeses on top. I'm going to add a whole bag of mozzarella, a little bit of the blend of cheese, just a little bit of that, and then some Parmesan cheese. And then I'm going to bake it in the oven on 350 for about 25 minutes. Everything is pretty much cooked, so we're just waiting for that cheese to melt nicely. Once it looks melted, you can take it out. So good.